much bigger threat to the men in blue. That's him! Kill the bastard with the video camera! Get him!
Hey, my man, how you been?
So basically, one of the guys came out, he's got a little camcorder, and they're just asking the FEMA personnel questions and saying, like, basically telling them that what they're doing is illegal and unconstitutional, and just provoking him with questions. And he's not involved, he's part of the security for the county, but I guess the FEMA has their own security, and they're getting a rise out of them.
Are they still here?
Yeah, there's 4 of them inside. The one that I saw has like a white shirt and longer hair. I guess he's the main one. He was here yesterday, and then there were 3 more that came with him. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. We're gonna have to
Are
make
you
some
who called
arrests.
us?
Yeah, I call you guys too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, we have the YouTubers
Okay.
that's here, and they got physical with my security guards.
They got physical with
Yeah.
their security guards. Like how?
Like they hit him with a camera stick.
They hit him with the camera stick.
Yeah.
Why? So,
What was occurring before
yeah,
that?
were they
Alright, so I guess-
security? Were they trying to escort them off the property, and they were trying to push them away?
No, they breached a building because they said that there were survivors, and they breached a building and came inside the building, and this is not the first time they've been here trying to instigate. I talked to Captain Wilson, I was here yesterday, this is one of them, and they came inside and they tried to record people PII stuff, and it's not allowed. And they costed one of his credit cards.
Okay. Which one?
Huh?
Which one?
They're inside.
Not him?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't with these people. These people come in filming, so I turn around to film,
Okay.
and then these people act like I'm with them, and then one of their guards puts their hands on me, like literally puts his hands on me, dragging me. I want him charged with battery.
Okay.
I don't know.
How about
Do you
about
want
this?
to
Have a
hang
seat.
tight for
We'll
a
come
second
talk
so
to
we
you.
can go talk to them and get everybody separated? If you want to just hang tight here, we'll be here in just a few minutes. We just need to figure out what's going on over
Yeah,
there.
if you don't mind, like having a seat while you wait for us.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Cool. Well, I'm guessing you're not. Okay. Hello. Why are we playing? Can we turn that off? How about one at a time?
Okay. This man right here physically attacked me.
Okay.
He put his hands on
So,
me.
can we do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can we go outside so we're not all talking at each other at one time, please? If you don't mind. Do you mind coming outside so we can talk to each other so that we have everybody
You guys were here last
separate? Can you step out?
separated all.
Can you step outside, please? Yes, it's on. It's always on. It's not muted. We don't do that. Okay. What is going on? Why is that so loud? Jesus Christ.
These guys came in. The one guy with those, they're all intoxicated, but the one guy in the gray T-shirt, I was asking him to leave. He refused to leave. I was trying to get him out on the chair.
Why are we telling them to leave?
Because they're trying to record and film it in violation of our U.S. law and U.S. code that we're enforcing. We're Redcon, we're the private contractor for FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security. We're authorized by our supervisors to enforce that. No one to have any audio or video recording. This is a First Amendment auditor.
I understand that. So what? In
And the
this
one guy
in this
said-
area, is this where people are talking about their health
No,
issues?
this is, they're
So
trying to
this wouldn't
record
be
things, to have the things for their channel to monetize it, to get funds.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not
so
talking
this
about
is-
that. I'm
so-
talking about this
so-
room specifically.
Okay, so this room right here, we have leased for the disaster that happened, so the survivors are here to fill out their application forms.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with HIPAA or anything like that.
The first one, HIPAA?
HIPAA.
Oh yeah, totally, because you have PII, personal information, 100%. So we have people's social security numbers, their name, address, and everything.
That's not part of HIPAA. HIPAA is any health-related issues, so that's not part of HIPAA.
No.
Well, there's privacy and confidentiality issues involved, and there's also the U.S. code that's posted in the front and the back. And this guy's been in a constant problem. He has multiple cases with the Daytona Beach Police Department. That's okay. And from what I understand, he was arrested by another law enforcement agency. But the one guy that was in here assaulted me, and I didn't want to press charges. There were no multiple witnesses to that.
I understand that. So what did he do?
He physically assaulted me with his cane that he was using to record. He hit me in the shoulder.
Okay, perfect.
And caused contact with me. He's injured me.
Did he like
Yes. he
smack, or was
aggressively
it a
smashed
push?
me. He aggressively pushed me with the cane.
How many
He
times?
assaulted me several times. I got this scratch on my arm and where it hit me in the shoulder.
Is there any-
and then my
is there
upper,
any-
yeah, my upper chest, my upper
Is there
plate
any,
carrier.
is there any marks?
I don't know. I haven't taken my shirt off and everything, but I'm sure he's done some damage. But I just want to make sure I'm a licensed security officer under the state of Florida. He can be charged with a third-degree felony because when you're on duty and on your post, you're technically a felon.
I'm well aware of what the law says.
Right.
I'm well aware. I'm just trying to.
He was asked several times.
I understand that. With it, we're walking a fine line here, and that's why I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to get all the information
Okay.
so I can understand, so I can know what I can do as a law enforcement officer and what we can and can't do. So, with that being said, I understand that it says no video or whatever. However, it's more or less trying to understand at what point is the personal information starting to be told? Are these like?
It's right here. As soon as they sign in, the people.
Correct. This is
yeah.
not the lobby of the foyer. There's excuse this First Amendment auditor wants to use.
Correct.
This is inside the facility.
That
We've got
becomes
the
federal.
privacy and the confidentiality, plus the safety and welfare of the employees. That is our responsibility.
No, I
to protect
understand.
these
Excuse
employees.
me.
I understand that.
We have the survivors coming and logging on clipboards. The one gentleman was recording these people's names. That's PII. He was literally recording until security picked the clipboards up. It's one thing to film the room, but it's another thing when you start recording people's
I understand
names.
that. So what are on these papers?
I just told you. the
Right.
individual's
Is it
name.
just people signing in?
Yes, it's the survivors' names. It's a list of their names when they sign in.
Okay, and that's not public knowledge.
No, that's not public knowledge.
That's
no.
not if you can't go through certain channels and ask who on this list is going through FEMA.
Yes.
I think you can. That is public information. That is public use.
It's really not, because once these people sign in, we destroy those documents. We destroy them. It's just a sign in for these individuals to get seen. Once they sign in and
So the
everything,
document means nothing.
it means something at that point of time, yes.
I understand. I'm just trying to gauge where we're at with this because I'm not trying to give a hard time, but we're walking fine lines here. Because at what point is this public? Because it's a public entity and it's a government entity. They have the right to film. First Amendment. We're all there. However, if we were getting into the point where it is like social security numbers and stuff like that, or HIPAA stuff or anything like that, that's when it's okay. We can tell people not to record that kind of stuff, and that we have an expectation of privacy, and you can enforce, hey, don't record. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why I'm asking all these questions. I get you in, and just for the beginning of this, do you want to press charges or do you want them to leave?
I want to make sure he's got-
And it was the bigger white guy with the white shirt.
Yeah, I got a photo of him. I can show you.
You can just point him out. The one that was talking.
Correct. The older guy in the white shirt,
That's
or excuse me,
perfectly
gray shirt. This gentleman right here. He's the one who pushed me and assaulted me and then hit me with the cane. And he made contact with me and he was threatening me.
He punched you.
Correct. He physically, with this recording device, he hit me in the shoulder.
How
He
many-
charged at me.
I got you. How many times?
He probably hit me 2 or 3 times.
2 or
and
3
there's
times.
witnesses to that fact. And this is the guy who was also causing problems with law.
And
then when they were offered those, that's what was actually filming the
I'll be back in
survivor
just a
group
minute.
as they were in.
Code 411? We might not be getting out.
Well, okay.
So I don't think we're getting out.
Well, that-
Radio test.
Yeah, they was actually walking around to everyone's desk, you know, it's
Yes.
person was sitting down
Okay, so,
filming those.
he is actually, so I spoke to them, and the one male in the white shirt is very calm and professional and has no problem talking to me. He's holding the documentation.
When Will's walking in, if there's nobody at the service.
He's
Or
holding the
one of you guys
documentation
coming down
talking
here.
about where filming can and cannot be.
They
and
are
where
in the
press
facility
and news
where
are allowed to be.
it
So according
begins.
to that subsection.
Okay,
Yes, sir,
I
we'll
got
do
it, man.
in just a
I
moment.
got it, man. Thank you.
Do you
First
need
off,
medical
battery.
services?
Yes, I would like that.
Okay, you want me to have fire come here? Okay.
Secondly,
But the thing
we're
about
at
it-
Yeah,
a
for Essential.
we're at a portion where it could
Can you
start
send
being
fire
expectation of
nurses
privacy
to
with social security numbers and all that kind of stuff in the area that they were
Vital check.
Man, we're closed.
trying to record, not the lobby or
The
anything,
thing
but
about
the
it,
actual.
they told the gentleman, they told him the other day that there's a procedure that he has to follow in order for him to get permission to speak with us. They gave him that information, but he's again back here today.
They're
Okay,
only
so
allowed to be in
according
here
to
if they're claiming to be
press and news
survivors
have the right
of the
to
hurricanes
common
through
area and
FEMA
lobbies. So what
So that's where it
I
begins.
did not ask you.
Where it
I'm
begins
trying to do
of
my job.
giving out personal
Do
information.
you know the
to
ins and outs? Can
include
you explain to me the
Social
policy
Security
and the
numbers.
procedure on the front of the door? Then please don't interrupt me.
So
I'm
that's
trying to
kind of like
figure
where
out
we're
what's the
at
lobby.
with this.
I'll talk to you.
I can't.
But during
I
this,
understand.
during that, security is attempting to tell them they need to leave, and
What is considered
one security
lobby
officer got
common
hit
space
with
because
a
this
camera.
is your area,
wants to
and
press-
that
and he
for
wants to press
is
charges.
why you guys have in place your policy, what can and cannot be done. The hallway has nothing to do with you guys.
Exactly.
So what would you guys consider to be your lobby where
I haven't
press
talked to
would be
them,
free
but I
to come
haven't,
and go? Because this is where you have set up, where is the
They're
lobby
the
that
first
they are allowed
responders,
to
and
document?
they're wanting to film the public,
Okay.
the government
Then that's
side
right.
of what
So I'm
FEMA's
not
doing.
trying to say anybody's wrong or right or did. I'm trying to get to what is policy, what
That's
are
what I
we
said.
allowed
If
to
you
do,
want to
what
come
have
down,
we, can we
because
not do?
you know they're going to be
And
like,
then
I
we
want
can
your
go from there.
supervisor, blah blah
Because
blah
I
blah.
need to see who's allowed to be here, where they're allowed to be, according to policy.
And I'll show you what I mean.
She'll further explain it to you, but the other day, the tall gentleman, we had a GRC court here, and he came and he told us what the other process. He said,
Yeah.
the process you guys need to follow with the press, you know.
The police officer.
All right, so this has been going on for some time.
I understand.
And we talked to Captain Williams. It's been going on for some time. Things are posted. Information are posted online. And we figured out yesterday when we met with me and Tiffany that we're going to enforce a no trespass. It's okay for them to record from on the outside.
Correct.
Fine, it's a public area, but this is ours that was leased and it becomes government facility.
Correct. However, you're allowing the public to come into this. That's the issue
the
I'm having.
affected, the thing is the people that was affected by the disaster. One of them said that he was affected by the disaster, came in and started recording. Fine, go ahead. From when it changes that you start recording, which is posted everywhere, as you can see, it's not allowed in the building.
So I'm having my sergeant come down here.
Okay.
'Cause like I'm saying, we're walking a fine line. It's not that I
get it.
don't want to do anything, but I also don't want to be that guy.
Right, and I mean, like other officers that was here too. I mean, these things are recording and people information on this.
The battery, the guy's probably going to go for battery. But
Okay.
as for the others,
Yeah, I know. The leader is the one with the microphone that was standing by the door. So he started it.
the guy in the white.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it becomes a issue for the others, and I'm not saying anything against
Right.
security, but at the same time, that's also where I'm trying to figure out if they are actually allowed has First Amendment to record and stuff. It's not like you have an office, right? And me and you are having private conversation. We're kind of like in the open where you're inviting the public. If they're claiming to be a thing, you're inviting them to come in. And with it being the government, you have limited, your hands are cuffed when it comes to the First Amendment. Where if this was a private entity and you said, nope, I don't want you here, you need to leave as soon as you record, and then they say no, well, the business has right to privacy. They're more allowed to do that. But with government entities, it's kind of more difficult. It's the same thing with the police department. Police department, like, we have locked doors, and if they try and go past, all right, now we have an issue because it says authorized personnel only, blah 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 blah. But you can stand outside our gate and just record on the inside.
But this guy was at your police department too.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
So, and then that's where it comes into effect. Well, now is your security guard able to do that because of that? You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to kick him out because he's recording, and we're already walking that line of is it even allowed to record or not? And then he tries to escort him out, and then guy defends himself. You understand? It's kind of a we didn't have. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So,
They ask people, is it okay if we record you? I don't think he doesn't know this.
So we'll figure it out. It's just it's tough with it being a governmental entity.
Letting anyone come in, but there's a right and a wrong way to do it. He chooses to do it the wrong way so that he can build his.
Because it's not like we're saying that we just said the recording device.
He said, we're not doing our job.
If they want to come inside without the recording device, fine. Because he came in, he's been here like 4 times already. We're working the case with PSD right now, and they're maybe going to come up. But just leave it outside. If we want to show you or ask you the operation, we're glad to tell you at once. But we can't record independent cases. There's people saying, I live here, this is what I lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's their privacy. And then when you start breaching and people are taking pictures of the private information that you trusted by the government, it's not right.
I agree.
It's not right and it's not wrong, but I mean,
we're towing the line.
Yeah.
This is very, very gray area. Sarge is going up here.
What's wrong?
Oh, I don't want to be all over YouTube because of this.
Well, you're already over there. Don't worry about it. You're already on it. You and officer, I forgot what his name that was here. I mean, like, we're working this case for a while now, so.
With the First Amendment auditor, or he
he
actually has a case.
So this is what he started. Well, this is our guys right here that he posted. So there's so many recordings online already, and I don't want to be online, but rest assured they talked about me already online. So, but I know the line that we're towing and everything. That's why we make.
Well, that's where we need to have our supervisors tell us what can and can't be done, because the first thing they want is an unlawful arrest or to say something that didn't happen.
And you're gonna get a lawsuit, punitive damages.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a cop too, so
Okay.
I get it. But you know, it's just they've been trying this from last week. So 3 days last week, and actually one of our security guards that was here, he actually he got terminated because of what he was doing. I know he's entwined with that guy on the outside. So they're posting stuff and trying to raise money for him because he got terminated for his paycheck. So even those things are going on right now.
So what rights do they have to trespass them?
Well,
I'm not working that right now.
You're working
This
with
is-
the battery?
Correct. I'm trying to figure out if they have the legal opportunity to say, hey, you can't record in here, I need you to get out. If they can,
Then it's absolutely battery.
well, if they can, there's no right to tell them they need to leave and have them leave. It being a governmental facility. They're leasing this area.
Yes,
It
it's
being a
technically theirs.
government.
And I read it on the door.
However, if he has the legal authority to say, hey, you guys can't do this in here, you guys need to leave, or you can stop or leave, and they don't, and then he says, oh, all right, you need to leave, all right, now we definitely have the battery. But if it becomes hey, you need to leave, don't touch me,
Yeah.
and they had the right to be here,
And that's why I spoke to her and tried to figure out, you know, what's considered the lobby, what's considered common space. That's where press is allowed to be. But when you come trying to barge in and you're cussing at people, that's not how the press acts. Like,
Hello?
No, they're in this little area right here. Right at the front of this door.
You guys are at the front door. Where are you guys standing?
There's one officer that's posted at that door, I'm posted here, and then the other officer was posted there.
And so when somebody comes in, what's the typical procedure?
The typical procedure is to ask them if they need FEMA services or SBA services, Small Business Administration, and then they sign in here. They're providing their personal information, their confidential information, and they're asking to be seen by a public affairs or a FEMA specialist.
He's going to be running
This is
right here.
I'm
So,
I just want to document
Yeah.
my injuries. Don't want to press charges on the guy with assault.
Basically, we're running into this. Does he have the authority to tell them, hey, you guys can't record in here, you need to leave? And if he can say that, then we definitely have a battery on a security guard. If he can't say that, now we have a, hey, don't touch me, and then he retaliates. But at that threshold, where they're inviting the public to come in,
Yes.
yes, but also too, it says
You
that
tell
they
me.
have,
You're
press
the one
has the
that,
right
I
to
saw you
common
lift
space
it up
and
and move
lobby,
it, so.
you know, but they're
tell
trying
me
to
how
say
you feel.
that
this isn't
I
common
feel like I've
space.
been hit with a cane.
that's what
They're,
And I feel like
it's basically them, this is like their front desk, is basically this right here. If they didn't make it, so the beginning guy said he was here, he said he signed in and went over here and sat down, pulled out his camera and started recording. The
he
first
said
guy.
that he was getting services even though he was not.
And then, I guess he is, because he was here yesterday and he actually did file for something, but he recorded it then. And then he came back, and then these guys basically came with him, barged in here, started recording, or tried to say, yes, we need it, but then they were recording and giving them issues, and that's when they were like, hey, you can't record in here. Which I can understand if you're over here with all these, when they're actually talking to people, but when you're signing here, it's basically a name. That's all they're signing in, is a name, saying, I need to be seen, basically signing in, and then they'll get sit down. That's where we're at, because they're not writing down their social security number.
Okay.
Which that's what I'm saying, like this little area would be technically their front lobby area.
Yeah.
And here, I can kind of see it.
And then from there, that's where you either get to proceed to get services or,
You get told no.
yeah, and you can stand right there.
Yeah. So,
Struck me in the head, he struck me in the chest. I was pushed back.
the health department.
I'd say it's about between 6 and 7.
Well, they're outside right now.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm Georgianne, nice to see you. So when they were here before and Jim Judge came over to
I
help,
don't know who Jim Judge is.
runs, he's the new public protection contract. He had said to call the chief if it happened again. Have y'all reached out to the chief?
We're going through our.
This is our sergeant.
We gotta go
we
through
are
the
making
command
chain
of
command. We
Okay.
contact our sergeant contacts
We
the
were
lieutenant.
just trying to figure out the whole craziness because this is, they've been to court. This time they really crossed the line. FEMA's trying to get them trespassed.
Are they jerks? Probably, yeah.
Oh, they're beyond that.
I'd agree.
Their videos have
However,
been held.
everybody, no matter how much you're a jerk, everybody has rights. And
This
so
is FEMA's.
I understand.
But at the same time, you guys also have a policy that says that news and press and recording is allowed in common area.
That is, but this isn't, this is the argument that's already been used with them and the feds have, is that this has, this contractually is theirs because they're running this space. So it's different, they were arguing different sunshine laws, so they've already had to have in court one year ago.
This may not be valid.
So, and then he,
I would-
the head of FEMA's on the way right now.
I think the issue lies in is like essentially this is your front desk, right? And the public, anybody's allowed to walk in and try and sign in.
No,
and talk to people, correct?
No, with the way FEMA is set up now, this is only by appointment because we've already seen in Daytona and in Volusia, everybody's already gotten their assistance. So the other day, they finally just had to shut the door just in, you couldn't come in unless you had an appointment. So these guys are not in the damaged area, so they have no appointment, they shouldn't be in. And then to that end, they came in and posted all sorts of new information up here also to.
Today,
I'm not saying that you don't have it.
But I'm coming in and like pushing it.
That you were
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, like, you know, was it one of those, like, you need to leave and it was pushed and that's why they got hit, or, because thank you guys so much, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
As far as common,
I'm sorry, is your blood pressure okay?
I'm worked up, it's elevated,
Okay.
but I'm
Do
just
you
kind
need
of calm down
a
and
water
relax.
or some
No, thank you,
snacks?
I appreciate that, but I don't need it right now.
Okay, all right.
they just check his vitals.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you snack. You know, sometimes when you eat and drink, it makes you feel, okay, I've got control of something in my life. Because this has been, we've been under siege nonstop with this.
what we're trying to say is we would have more leeway if they were like way over here and having issues. But if we're at the
If they're
front,
standing at the front door, that's
We
where.
can't make them
that's-
leave the front door, I know.
Correct.
Yeah, but I've got a back exit, I'll get them out. I can get everybody
No,
out.
we're talking about the auditors.
Yes, yeah. Hey, Scott, are you here yet?
Shouldn't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, is this Rob? Hi, Rob.
Okay.
I just want to let you know, I just seen by the fire department. I didn't, they said if I wanted to request.
I'm Georgine Cherry, Florida Department of Health Emergency Office. I snuck in the back door. Because I knew that he had been pushed and some information.
in the middle, I'm gonna go talk to the other guy that's not
He's
involved.
very, very nice.
Security officer,
He showed me
a
where
older
he's
guy.
trying to exercise his constitutional rights.
I understand that. I'll try and smooth that one over.
I told them that I was coming here to figure out like what they consider lobbying.
I got you. All right, man. I appreciate you being so cooperative and being calm.
Yeah.
I enjoy the calmness. I know you're not with them.
No, but
So-
and I'm not even recording. I'm just hanging out.
You're just holding it
I'm
to
not-
pretend now.
Well, yeah, I don't want them to think I'm not. You know what I mean? Because who knows what
I got
can
you.
happen.
So,
matter of fact,
I mean,
I should probably put it back
This
on.
is all recorded anyway. Like, this
Oh,
is
okay.
all documented. So whatever I tell you, you can get it if you want it. I know you're not with them, so it's whatever.
Yeah. And the other guy already left. Me and him we weren't together either, but he ended up leaving.
Okay. I understand that. So with your, I'm talking to him. We're talking about a whole nother incident that he flagged me down about. Okay? Thanks.
Yeah, let me show that to you.
So I know you showed the other officer. So with that being in mind, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Are you not gonna leave until the police get here?
So I'm by the door and I'm recording these guys. And this guy comes up.
I will, then leave. Well, not right this second. No, sir, I'm asking you, come on. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get off me. Get your hands off me. Come on. Help! 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 Somebody! This guy's abusing me. Help! 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 This guy's abusing me.
So he just had his hands all on me trying to get me out. And I walked around and I went out the back door because it was just crazy. But
So is that when he hit the security guard trying to get him off you?
I don't know
Okay.
if that was him or not. I know somebody had ran over there and I was able to get loose and leave, but I don't know if it was that guy.
I got you.
There were there were a lot of people
What
in
are
there that
you
were.
wanting to do? Because look, we're in a very weird situation. I know you're not with them, so what's going on is we're trying to figure out where exactly things technically can start reporting and cannot start reporting, or where they have the authority to start telling people to get out.
Well, regardless of being able to tell somebody to leave, he doesn't have the right to put his hands up.
I wanted to explain something to you. So as soon as we figure that part out, if he is if he has the right to tell people to leave, and they don't, they have the right to use amount of force to make people leave. That's part of their job, correct? That's part of the stuff, so that's where we're at.
Okay.
So, you can do whatever you want to do. If it goes that route, I'm not going to press charges on anybody. If it goes the route where he's not allowed to do that, we can, but the most I'm going to do is just file on him. I'm not going to make a physical arrest of him.
Okay.
I'm just going to file, if that's what you want to do. But that means you got to go to court, and then you got to do that, and this could be like a year or two later, where you have to deal with all this because we don't know when we can and can't record, or where we can and can't.
Right.
Start telling people.
Well, and like I said, I was right by the door, so I mean, I can't see why I wouldn't be able to. But again, that's neither here nor there. But if he's at an area where he's not allowed to touch me, then I would definitely like to have something done. Maybe even just an apology. But the fact of the matter is that when people put hands on other people,
I agree. It escalates everything. So
right, but
I just wanted to know what
no
you were thinking now that we've calmed down a little bit. What were you what you were thinking you were wanting to do?
I wanted to press charges on him, but if I can't, then I can't, right? So if I was in an area doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, then that's fine. But I at least want the gentleman to know that it's not right to put his hands on him. You know what I mean?
He's aware. I've already yelled at him.
Unless he's in, the area or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, if he wants to apologize, I'm good with that. If not, then if he's in the wrong, then I definitely want some repercussions for him. Just like what happened to me. You know what I mean?
Okay, I appreciate it. We already asked that. He's cooling down.
Which one?
The nice one. Of course, as soon as I started talking to him, they swarmed me trying to record him.
Oh, see, I was able to get them to all calm down and separate.
No, they were recording me, but I was talking to him, and
You mean the
he was
guy
like, so I kind of watched the original video, and it looks like he tried to escort one of them out, and then the other guy came up, pushed him, and used his thing to push him off of the other one.
So he came to save a buddy?
Correct.
No, I was outside when I was talking to you guys dispatch because, they got really rowdy. So when I came in, I only saw I don't know which one was on the scene.
Yeah, I watched his video, so you can see that he's sitting there recording the other bunches, which they end up right here, a little bit further, but he's recording them being dumb and what you guys are going to do, because he's like, oh, they're recording, I'm going to record to see what happens, kind of thing. He's not really with them.
Yeah, the guy in the white shirt is not with them.
No, not the white shirt, the other one.
Which one? Oh, the one with the tan shirt when we first came in?
Yes.
Okay.
The one with the baseball hat?
I don't remember if he
He's
had
got
a
a tan shirt, he's shorter.
Oh, okay.
He's not.
He was actually here for services.
Correct, and he just pulled out his
There was
phone.
one. There was one, and there's 4 of them, the 2 guys that were here.
Oh, there was one.
Yes, there was one guy who was actually here for services.
He just started recording
so
because
he started recording it.
correct, and so that's when he turned his sights on him because he was closest to the door, and he just turned around and was like, "Hey, you need to leave, get out," and that's when he attempted to do his security duties of trying to push him out. That's where we're trying to figure out if that's where we have leeway at, but he's trying to pull him out, push him out. He's like, "Hey, get off me, blah, blah, blah." And that's when the other guy that you saw hit was pushing him off of the other guy, and then you can kind of see him going like this with it.
So we're gonna arrest that guy that actually...
Again, we're at the point of
Supervisors.
do we have enough to say that the security guard is acting at his full capacity to be able to do that, or are we still at that they have a right to be there, and now the security guard just did a battery?
And that's the thing too, is are your security officers allowed to go hands-on?
They're allowed to escort people off the premises, because after what happened the first couple of times, because of the common area, the hallway, our contract starts on the line, black line. So we close one side of the door, and the security guard should stand there and say that, "Are you here for a disaster?" And if you said yes, you're gonna come in.
Right.
So the security guard is standing in the entrance.
Right at the
all
entrance.
times.
Today.
I came afterward. So he's supposed to be standing by the entrance, and it's in our post, the post orders. You need to stand here because we revised it after the last week incident happened. One door, because they can always
So
walk.
then they shouldn't have been able to even enter if he had been standing in the doors when he was supposed to.
If he was.
Yeah.
If he was.
Yeah, but we're trying not to have them hands-on on anyone because,
This stuff happens.
yeah, but because, where FEMA goes is almost like we're here to help. We're not here for this chaos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Did the sergeant go over here?
They're all here with us. Yeah, our security is in here with us.
So there's one guy that's not with the group, but he saw them recording and things started happening, so he pulled out his phone and started recording. I watched his video. So it looks like he's sitting there recording. Security guard sitting down, turns around, sees him recording, thinks he's with them, says, "Hey, you guys gotta get out," blah, 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 blah. Goes to go hands on, and then pull him out. As he's pulling him out, the guy who actually hit him comes and breaks them up and pushes them off with his video camera.
His
And
little
that's-
handle.
And that's where that battery came into play.
okay.
So,
And I've got FEMA's person that runs this facility on for you.
So we have talked to Tony Jackson. We have adequate signage that says they're not supposed to be in here
They're not
recording
supposed to be in here, correct?
per federal law.
At this point, because the
also,
NRC is closed out, other than
This is
just
by
clients.
appointment
Anybody
only
volunteer.
basis.
No,
No,
because,
so this is,
see,
see, you have the branch manager, so what's gonna happen
the
is,
security guard is supposed to be standing in the entrance and ask somebody if they have an appointment or if they need services.
right,
So they shouldn't even be able to walk through the door because security is supposed to
They're
be
saying-
at the
I got
door.
clarification from FEMA's side of the food chain that they can come in without an appointment and get to the door, but then at that point they would be turned away, correct? If they do not have an appointment?
Is the security officer supposed to be standing at the door?
so I kind of take care of the security, the guards. After what happened last week, we revised it and we're gonna close one side of the door, the security guard.
Wanda?
The security guard's supposed to stand right there and ask them if they're here where it has to do with a disaster. And if you say yes, we'll move to the side and let you come in.
so
One guy said that he was, and he came and sat down and then I'll start recording. Because obviously we're not gonna deny anyone services.
So I'm gonna say this. If when we asked where he was, he said that's his spot right there next to that desk. So I'm gonna assume he's not at that door, telling people he can't.
Ooh,
The
the,
security officer.
Where he's sitting right now is basically where
no,
he said
no,
he
well,
was.
so right now we have 3 security guards on post, right? Just, we escalated after what happened last
Correct.
week. And because one is there, and that's also a door entrance right here.
Okay, so our question is when the one door was open, where was your security officer standing?
One's supposed to be in front of the door
Where,
right
you
there.
say supposed to?
Supposed
Where
to be,
where
right.
was he?
I can ask. 'Cause-
So here's the thing. No matter what, they're not supposed to record inside this room.
yes.
That's federal law.
So
Which
that-
is posted everywhere.
But what they are arguing is the chapter 41, which says
Chapter
that
14 says that they don't have the ability to record audio, video within inside this
it
area.
says they're allowed in common space and
But this
lobby.
is not common space
And so
in this area because of what pertinent information is going out.
This is a controlled
They are
area.
not, this is a controlled room. This is like being inside of an office.
This is literally everybody's personal finances in this.
I think, again, it goes back to my issue of this little section right here is kind of like lobbying. You're allowing people to come in to
Find out if
ask
they
them if
can
they
or
can.
cannot come
This
in.
here,
Right.
No, right there.
At the front.
Right at the
They
front,
come in,
yes,
they're
yes.
coming in.
Yeah,
because
so
the
that
signage.
front little door space, like up to that desk that you sign in, that would be in lobby to me. That's where I come in and I say, hey, I need some services. Oh, your address doesn't qualify, and then I turn around and I go away. So that would be common area.
Kind of like this, how they just
Yeah.
walked in.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's
really,
that's a common area.
right, but the thing is that because of what happened last week, we're posting
Yes.
somebody right there at the front
So-
entrance.
So I guess it goes back then. There was no one outside when they first approached earlier today.
I can ask because I wasn't here, but this guy was at the front when I first
Hey,
walked into
here I
the
am.
building.
I'll ask him. So let's get off on the first step. What's your name? Mr. David.
Officer David Lambert.
I'm gonna talk to you as David. David, where were you when this all began?
When it began is I was on my post.
Sitting right here?
No, I was walking around and they said that there's, the guys are coming in. The other officer, Stephen, came and told me that
How many officers are here today?
3.
Where was you said one's over there and one's
When I
right
say
and
I
you're
was
walking
moving
around.
and
Where's
Stephen was over on this
Okay,
side. And he
yeah, so
said,
this guy was posted at those times, and he was posted right at the door. So he's the one that's supposed to be first contact and say, hey, are you guys here for disaster business? So, okay.
what? That'd actually be a good idea to stop. When they came, how did that occur? When they came up?
I was notified that the guy who was recording was seen outside with friends. So I came inside and I told everyone, close the door. Once I told him we went by the door, prepare for ourselves. The man forcefully opened the door and just stepped right in and stood right there. Had the cameras in our face.
So the doors
like
were closed, as
Correct.
if you were
yes,
closed.
and he forced his way in.
Okay.
And it just transpired from there, just snowballed into that. Then we're telling him to not put your cameras in our face. He was taking his phones close to our face like that. Put my hand like that. I said, you're in my space. The guy with the voice kept antagonizing, kept cursing, cursing him. Fuck you, over and over. Continuously, fuck you. You know my rights. I know my rights. Because he kept up composure. He continued to cuss and try to force himself in. And then he came close. He moved to the side. I said, hey, do not go next to my partner. His gun is there. He said, fuck you. What are you going to do? Just continue going
So I
on.
got a question. I was told that somebody came in that said that they were...
Yes.
Yes, there's the guy that was with them, that was acting
Correct.
in concert.
So
He
sat-
lied
he sat
and tried
down.
to claim that he was an applicant, but actually snuck in and then started filming with his buddies, and then told him, because they started talking to him, relaying information to him, and they were working in concert, and they're all filming. But the first guy was a liar. He was he was posing as an applicant, but he wasn't. He was trying to help them get information, because this was all planned and all because they were trying to come from the different doors and all attack at once.
Okay.
Behind doors, or can you just?
Yeah.
So, did you, and you guys heard, so you closed the door, and then you turned around and started trying to deal with him, and that's where they came in, or?
Well, they were trying to come from different sides. That's why we're trying to cover all the doors and all the points of entry at the same time. But the one guy with the white shirt, the main instigator, was standing outside with his camera, but he was trying to lead his buddies, his
I thought you
troops.
said he was already in. Did he
No,
walk back out?
Which one are you referring to?
I'm not sure, because you said.
The guy in the white shirt was standing by the door trying to come in. We blocked him from coming in, but the other guys came in.
So
They forced their way in.
who came in first?
The guy that assaulted me, the guy in the gray t-shirt.
He was already in here.
He was at the foot door. I mean the door.
But some,
right by the door.
some technicality is that one guy was already here because he lied about being an
Right.
applicant. So no second guy came in,
Right, I'm trying to determine who
Right.
was that first guy who.
the first
who
guy that was an applicant. They
was
said
it?
it.
In the black t-shirt, the smaller guy,
Okay.
intoxicated male in the black t-shirt.
So you think we're gonna proceed?
The one that you tried to remove to begin
I
with?
have
No.
Francis, by the way.
He was here.
There's only 4.
Well, the first guy was posing as an applicant. He was in here that came in later, and he had joined them as the filming, doing the filming. The person that
And that's when you try to turn around, because I saw the video, you grabbed him trying to remove him from the property after you told them to leave, correct?
I was doing that with the guy in the chair by the door, the guy in the gray t-shirt, not the guy in the black t-shirt. The guy in the black t-shirt was here.
That gentleman right there in the back with the gray shirt. He has the camera right there with the red.
And he was there already?
He was, yeah. He posed as a survivor.
Okay.
And when the other guy came in, this one with the gray shirt,
Right.
it was showtime.
So that's where we're at right
All right,
So we're
The
gonna.
guy with the gray shirt was
the
device that they handed me.
thank you. The initial guy that we talked to and watched the
The
video.
white,
The one
I didn't
that's-
see his video. That was the guy who was, when we
Yes,
first came
at
in,
the front.
that's whose video you watched.
Correct. The one that's not with them. Who, he was already in here and he's claiming that he wanted to be in here because he's claiming to be a survivor. So he was already in here when they came in. He started videoing. So he had the right to be here, essentially. And then when everything started happening, he started recording.
So was he recording before everything happened?
Based on
Because they
his
said that he was recording, that's why they came over to,
correct. And while they were dealing with that, that's when they came. They were able to push their way in. Because
So they forced entry.
they closed all the doors,
and so.
knowing that they were about to try to come in. This is getting great and great.
Is this sergeant the watch commander?
The
our next in command?
sergeant is not a watch commander. The lieutenant is a watch commander. So I'm gonna go with no. He can't press charges because he. If we're being told they can't record and they're doing their due diligence, say hey you can't record or get out. Now he's refusing to get out, then they're able to.
But then
They're
they're
able-
like, there's
That's
security
their
that
policy.
cannot touch anything.
That's their policy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's not ours. Florida law says they're allowed to use as much as they need to get people off the property. Just like if it's your house, you're allowed to pick somebody up and toss them off your property if you don't want them there and they refuse. Correct? That's where we're at. They're representatives, and if they're not allowed to record in here per U.S. code.
and that's not considered a lobby or common area, so they can't even argue that.
Especially if the door was closed.
So how did they get in if the door was closed?
It's unlocked. I've walked in and out like 4 times. So, I think I'm gonna go with they're in their right if it's properly posted to with the U.S. code. I guess will depend on what they say. See, the issue is that the space by the tenant agency for non-commercial purposes only with the permission of the company agency. This is basically, to me that's saying it's not normally open to the public. It's just like legitimate offices and they're just occupying it to do their work.
Correct.
They're inviting people to come in. That's my issue.
Yeah, and what he's arguing, the one guy with the white shirt, not the other one, what he's arguing is he has a right to record and document because he has a YouTube channel and feels like he's part of the press. And then the other ones are very aggressive, the other two, the ones that. So then the guy in the tan shirt was the one who signed in. He was messing with his phone, recording or something when he first got here.
The guy that talked to us at the farm, yes.
So, did he actually need services or did he lie to come in?
I didn't ask him about services because quite frankly I don't care.
Because they're saying that he lied about services, he falsified a document.
That's on them. That's a
Yes.
that's a federal thing.
About the other way? About the back door?
It's good.
Okay, that's good. Copy. You just left it. What number are we holding right now, sir?
That's like a whole day on the phone.
I do understand that. It's a little small, but I don't you do apologize for the inconvenience.
This is tired. I firmly believe he wasn't part of them. I think they're just paranoid. Can I see your video one more time? Can I see your
Oh, the
video?
little video I have? Of the guy that was,
Because he was
posing?
like,
Okay.
Because I want to know how he went from sitting down to all the way
He
over
sat down over
here.
there.
Correct, but I'm trying to figure. Your video shows him all the way over here again, recording this.
That's when I had to looking at too.
I'm trying to determine because I can see him in this back corner.
Yeah,
Did he like get up after they walked in?
Correct. When I started paying attention, I thought he was a survivor. When I paid attention, he was over here. My partner was talking to him. When he first met his guys, I'm here on your side. I got it all on tape. But then the story changed once he was telling him to leave, and he's
Well,
like, no, and then they was
I'm
talking
on,
to
I'm
him.
on your side. Doesn't
Right.
sound like he's with them. He's just saying, hey, I got
Telling us that I'm on your side, I got it wrong.
Now it's with the resident. Man, that guy's out of control. I may be in public, but he's interrupted.
I'm sorry. They told you that they're closed today and that you can come back
Well, I
tomorrow.
wasn't talking to him, I was talking to him. He asked me a question, I was trying to fulfill his answer.
So are you guys finished with your business here?
No, because I'm still talking to him, and
Okay,
he
well, he's
interrupted.
going ahead and walk, so can we walk toward the door and talk?
Would you mind in walking and talking?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
He doesn't have to follow us, does he?
He has the right to be
Oh,
wherever.
is that your IQ?
Okay, guys,
Okay.
he
That's
has the
right.
right
You don't
to be
know.
in this building,
Yeah, I
in this
understand,
hallway.
but he doesn't have the right to cuss in my life.
And I apologize for cussing in front of her. I didn't cuss at her. I cussed at Ken, that asshole. See, there he goes again. Yes, free speech.
We're still in investigation.
Yeah, I'll take you out of interest. I'll never see you leave. They're right there.
Yeah.
They ain't outside.
I could promise you they're not in the parking lot right now.
That's what I'm saying. I can take you a back way.
They would have
They're still
started.
in the hallway.
They would have started
They're still
recording
in the
us as
hallway.
soon
They're
as we
done.
started walking
And
in.
the people that had a question, they're already walking to their cars in the parking lot.
This is crazy.
It happens.
Yeah, they're here. They're not going anywhere. They're not looking for you.
They're waiting.
They want to come in here.
They're waiting for
This
us.
is what they want.
They started following.
Yes, but sir, I'm telling you.
They're waiting for us.
They have another way to let you out. They can let you out another way. So if you just go with one of them, they will bring you to the. Yeah, right there. He's going to escort you to your vehicle.
Educator himself literally sat in the parking lot the other day for a while.
Well, they're all right here. They haven't gone out to the
They're all
parking lot.
right there, right?
Yeah, correct.
They're waiting on us.
They want to know what we find out, and they want to be in here.
You guys have cards or?
No, we don't have business cards.
We'll talk to our department about that.
Yeah.
What's that?
We ever done this squared away?
I mean, we just need to get information and stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure we'll do a 14 report regardless.
Do we have enough minutes?
I'm waiting on what Anthony Jackson says.
Yes, we do.
Because like I said,
We have a video from somebody who's willing to give us a video.
I mean,
Because
We can-
these guys are being trespassing this from definitely. And we've already identified the person that hit him.
we have not yet.
So we need to do that.
Well, so that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. My issue is that the guy that he originally attempted to pull out was actually a person here.
But he doesn't want anything to do with it.
Saw the commotion, went over here, started recording them, interacting with them, turned around, grabbed him, said, hey, thinking he was with them, you need to get out, said refuse, so he attempted to
Walk him out.
move him out, and then that's when the other guy saw that, was like,
Tried to
no, you
save
can't do
him.
that.
Okay, so he's still on hit him. Committed a battery.
We also have security cameras.
Okay.
Let me go see if it caught anything. I'll be right back.
So,
And then I'll take whoever else wants to go out.
we know who, he's still out there. He's waiting on us. They're still out here. So,
And the gentleman who was being escorted out was actually here for services.
Okay.
they allowed him in here, blah, 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 blah.
So he's here for services,
And
so
he wants to press charges on him.
he's doing his job. He has the
Correct.
right to escort people.
Correct. I've already tried to smooth that over. He's almost there anyway, but that's where,
But
and
the other guy does not have the right to hit him.
that's where I was going with
He's
that.
getting arrested for battery, and the other ones are told besides Are you guys good with the one who actually needs to make a claim to come back in?
Which one actually needs to make a claim?
That was the first one that was in
The
here
dark,
who was
the
sitting
darker
down.
shirt one.
No, sir, he can't come in here because he falsified saying he.
How do you know that that's on his name and that he didn't need services?
Because he sat there, he started filming, and then he started walking around, and the young lady was saying she'll take him next. He had no intentions of getting service. He started recording and he started filming and walking around. He was a part of that group. Yeah, he was literally sitting, and then when they got in, he got up and just went on and
All right.
started. He knew that.
Everybody can go.
He knew that.
The one guy go to jail. The other guy
Okay.
trespass. If they want to stay,
They can stay in the common prompt area.
Yeah.
Can't come in here.
Okay, can we ask you a question?
You are under investigation. Okay. You are being detained. Okay.
My name is Sean Berry, it's BWC of
do you have your ID?
I can tell you my birthday, October 24th, 1965. I have that video.
Where do you live, sir?
Huh?
Where do you live?
Yes, I live in this, I'm required to give it under a forest.
Okay. Go ahead and do me a favor. Put down your camera.
Okay.
Stand up.
Yep.
Turn around and face the wall.
Yeah, hand my camera off. Can someone take my camera? Can you take my camera?
Would you like him to take your camera?
Yep. Okay. Now, you haven't even heard my side of the story, have you? You already got your story straight. You haven't even heard my side of the story. That's bad.
You're a pretty big guy, so good evidence.
Does have a CCW charge.
Okay. You don't have that weapon or anything?
I don't have any questions.
Well,
See, they got their investigation on the inside without even asking me my side of the story. See, they've already made a determination.
We've watched the video. We've watched the
They've already
video.
made their investigation, their determination without even hearing my side of the story. Where I was better, I'm the victim.
Florida by number.
I was battered by that man. They tried to hold him back several times, but he got past them and he battered me. He grabbed me and tried to shove me around.
Do you want them to take this camera too?
Yeah, please, yeah. Can somebody grab his camera here? Thank you.
Is there anything else you want them to take? Do you
Uh,
want them to take your wallet?
yeah, please. I'll take my wallet.
Okay. Your ID is going to go with us, okay? There you go. Do you want your hat to go with them too? Because you can't.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
No, I guess that's it.
All right. Let's go out to my car.
You know I'm the victim of this crime.
Okay.
I was battered.
Here's the thing, Mr. Berry. If you're willing to let me talk, are you willing to let me talk?
I want my attorney at this point. You can tell me why you want attorney. I'm the victim. I want my attorney.
That's fine. I'm not asking you any questions, so you can say whatever you want.
Respectfully, I lost on this one.
Okay, that's fine. If you don't want to talk to me, I won't tell you what we've found. We can read it in the report.
I've got my video. Nobody can investigate that part.
Okay. We're gonna go over here. Yeah, 46. Copy. Have a seat, man. It'd be easier if you turn towards me and then sit on it like a bench. So you can, if you want to.
Okay. Turn like this.
Yep. Put your feet towards me, and then just slide back. As soon as we get to where we're going, your handcuffs will go in front.
Okay. Thank you.
Bravo 600-793-653840, and he's going to be tended to. Inside? Perfect.
I'd like to file for a private person's arrest on the gentleman who packaged it.
That's not a thing.
If I was attacked, I would like to file charges.
Central 3046, can you give me the deal again?
Sure. Bravo 600-793-653840.
I'd like to have charges.
Copy, thank you.
That's not how that works.
If you're refusing to charge the gentleman who battered me.
Yeah, his email is Patriot Discussions. And he has two phones, and the one he was recording on doesn't have a phone. But he said when and he's got a 352 area code.
Well, 352's a
I know.
people move over here all the time. Regardless, whatever. We're not pressing charges on him anyway.
Yeah.
Or we're not doing that. Did you?
But I'm going to document him. I got his information. I'm going to put it in the... it could be no record found. He could have given me a fake name. I don't know.
Do you want to write this?
Not particularly.
I guess. All right. I can knock it out. We'll come out.
Central 3046.